Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Mr. Fritz, and we're finna chop some samples. So, you're probably thinking I only do boom bap stuff, but I do throw down on some trap stuff too. So, with this one, I wanted to get a little creative in my sample choice, and I took I want to say country sample or like an old soul sample, and I turned it into a trap banger. It's called Moolah on my last project. The sample for it is Clarence Carter, Wake Up to Love. I'll play the part that I looped in it, and it's just this part right here. But I did an edit there, and I used this chop, I believe. What I did with that was I reversed it, and I took that first loop that I did and I ended it with the beginning of the second loop. So I'm going to play the reverse part without any processing so you can hear what it sounds like. Now, that doesn't sound very musical, but what I did with the processing was I ran it through Grossbeat, Slow Triplet, Guitar Rig, the 3D Mangler preset, FabFilter Pro Q3 to lob off the highs and the lows to give it that telephone effect, Primal Tap, which is a delay plugin that's really unique, and finally Vitamin. And at the end of the day, it came out like this. So as you can see, it's completely different. So I decided to build around that. So I played that preset out of Pigments, which is Dom's favorite VST plugin, and it's the Ascending EP preset. And I ran it through halftime, and it sounds real dope. So dope, I used Pigments again, and this time I played this pattern. The preset I use for this is also the Ascending EP preset. So the first one, I just use it as a pluck, and the second one, I played it out as chords. This time I only use FabFilter Pro Q3 to lob off the lows, and I came up with pretty much the same chord progression as the plucks that I did. I use a CMI 5, which is a real freaky looking plugin from Arturia, and I use a Panorama preset. Sounds like this. Real cinematic. Once again, Pro Q3 to lob off the lows, but no additional processing. The Matrix 12 V2. I don't really have a process for picking what plugins I use to do stuff. I just kind of do it. The Soda Beach preset, and it sounds like this. There's no additional processing on that. Next is Spire, and some of you trap producers might recognize this preset. I'll play it and then I'll tell you where it's from. If y'all remember Young Thug's first mainstream hit, it was called Danny Glover. This is the preset for Danny Glover. It's called Lead Introduce. I don't know if that's the initial preset, but that's the same preset that they use for that beat. I've always loved that sound. It's one of my favorite synth presets out there, and I just decided to use it on this one. I'll skip the drums for last, but for now I'll go into the bass. The bass is a Reese bass. I could have programmed it myself in Serum because I know how to do it now, but at the time I didn't know. I was still beginning with synthesizers, so I just used the Reese bass from the Shy God kit because I always use that shit. And this time I used Sausage Fattener instead of Camel Crusher, which is, if you're a subscriber, you thought I was going to use Camel Crusher. Gotcha. I'll play the strings next. This is from the BBC Symphony Orchestra, which, damn. So I had the BBC Orchestra, but I deleted it off my computer, off my last hard drive because it was full. But now that I re-downloaded all my stuff onto a 2 terabyte, I have to re-download BBC Orchestra. So it's not going to play the preset. But It's supposed to be a string section, and this is the bells without halftime on them. I went back and forth between halftime and no halftime. So now we'll go into the drums. We'll start with the kick. It sounds like this. The 808 is also from Shy God. Yeah, like I said, at the time when I was making beats for my last project, I was using like 10 drum kits total, and Shy God was my go-to 808 kit. And of course, for processing, oh wow, I didn't use Camel Crusher. I use a soft clipper and fruity limiter, which is shocking. Wow, I guess I'm not as addicted to it as I thought. Anyway, here's the drum pad, the 808 pattern. All right, then we can go to the snare, which I did not process anything on the snare either. That's the complementary snare. The main snare, no processing as well. Put a crash on every one. No processing as well. And a hi-hat pattern. Only thing I ran that through was Decimort, which is a bit crusher. You could degrade the quality of the hi-hat, but for whatever reason, whatever I put it on didn't load. Probably because, like I said, I switched hard drive, so all my stuff got reset. But I did something with the hi-hats. I don't remember what it was, but whatever. And that's what I did to turn a country song or an old blues song into a trap banger. I'm going to play the whole thing. Y'all get the gist of it. I apologize that I'm missing sounds. I kind of just picked this beat to randomly work on, and I didn't realize how many of my plugins were missing. So, yeah, that's how you take an old record and turn it into a trap song. Um, Had a lot of fun doing this beat, and if you want to hear the full song, it's called Mula on my project called From Mattapan with Love. Still plan on keeping consistent with the breakdowns up until I'm ready to go into my project full time. Um, Having surgery January 4th. So after I get a little bit of recovery in, I'm going to be in the studio at least 6 hours a day, working on the project full time. With this beat, it was one of my first times really making a full beat with all the synths and stuff, just to try to keep up with the times. And got a lot of joints I've been working on since then. I'm becoming a little bit more comfortable with synthesizers and stuff, and I'm learning how they work. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. So yeah, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and check out some more of my videos. I have some more ideas coming down the pipeline with some different ideas that I have. But for now, I'm bringing a breakdown, at least one breakdown a week, and let's get it. Holla at your boy.